are times Steph Curry got humiliated. First up, Steph Curry got embarrassed by a high schooler not once, but twice in the same game. In 2019, Steph Curry hosted a basketball camp that featured some of the best high school talents in the entire nation. While most kids at the camp didn't want any part of the two-time MVP, there was one kid who wanted all the smoke.
Everybody's matched up and I'm looking around like, where's the last person? And then I see Steph, I'm like, oh, all right, I'll go guard him. Never scared, never back down.
Chet Holmgren now is a household name amongst NBA fans. But back in 2019, he was just a skinny 17-year-old trying to make a name for himself. Chet decided that this was his opportunity. So not only did he go at Steph, he humiliated him.
He had a little power moment going double. He used my move. He went double behind the back.
Because that wasn't enough, Chet later blocked Curry and told him to get that shit out of here. Curry definitely has some regrets about lacing up his shoes on that day. But that's not the only thing Curry regrets. Because in a regular season game versus the Lakers, Steph Curry decided it was time to give the fans a show. On a wide open fast break, Curry went up for a dunk, only to fail miserably.
Because of injury, here's Curry off the steal. And oh, look out, Curry slipped.
If that wasn't bad enough, right after he slipped, he got up and airballed a three. Man, Curry needs to get his head in the game. But at least this next play he did. Well, kind of. You see, in a game versus the Bulls back in 2018, Curry had a crazy mismatch versus Lauri Markkanen, and everyone expected Curry to end up with a crazy highlight, but no one expected this.
Fakes Markkanen, crosses him over, into the lane driving, blocked away by Markkanen, out of bounds.
Markkanen really threw it back right in Curry's face. That's flat out rude. And all these years later, Curry has been trying to get the Warriors to trade for Lauri. I guess Curry still thinks about that block to this day. That's not the only block Curry still thinks about, because back during the 2016 finals, LeBron humiliated Steph with a block. And no, I'm not talking about LeBron's game-saving block in Game 7. The block that humiliated Curry took place during the fourth quarter of Game 6. With the game almost over, the Warriors trailed by 13, and Curry thought he could spark a comeback to bring another title to Golden State. But King James had other plans.
It's bedlam here in Cleveland. Curry blocked by James.
LeBron not only blocked Curry, but he also clowned him afterwards. And to make it even worse, LeBron stood on business in Game 7 and brought a championship back to the land. LeBron really came back from down 3-1 to give Curry one of the most embarrassing moments of his entire career. But at least Curry got his revenge on LeBron during the next two finals. In this next clip, Steph Curry got embarrassed and never got his revenge. Because back during the 2017 All-Star Game, there was one man who was out to get Curry. That man was the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. And during the third quarter, Giannis caught a lob from Kyrie and threw down a dunk. Curry saw this and knew Giannis meant business today. So on the next fast break Giannis had, Curry decided to duck and cover. This only made Giannis want to dunk on Curry even more. And just a few minutes later, he got his wish.
It is Giannis once again.
Well, there's that poster that Steph tried to get out of when he was laying down. He should have laid down.
Giannis came flying in here and dunked right on Curry's head. Like I said, the Greek freak was really out to get Curry. But that's not the only player who was out to get Steph. Because before Chris Paul and Steph Curry were teammates in Golden State, they had some serious beef.
Paul going into the body of Steph Curry. And a little shitty answer from Chris.
And in 2018, during Game 1 of the Rockets-Warriors playoff series, Chris Paul decided it was time to send Steph Curry to the floor.
He's just taking a look at James Harden all the way down.
Oh, the move by Paul.
CP3 hit a snatchback move on Steph and sent him flying. He might have missed the first shot, but since he got the rebound and the putback, we gotta count it as completing the highlight. My man Curry got broke. Now that's humiliating. But on the bright side, he did win the series. But in 2019 versus Kawhi and the Raptors, him and the Warriors weren't so lucky. You see, back in 2019, we saw the Golden State Warriors come up short, losing to the Toronto Raptors in 6 games. This loss was hard, especially on Steph Curry. And to make it even worse, the Raptors fans caused havoc on Steph and the Warriors throughout the whole series. From cheering when Kevin Durant got hurt,
They don't like to hear the fans cheering.
I'm surprised by that.
to lighting fireworks off outside the Warriors hotel. The Raptors fans were insanely disrespectful to both Curry and the Warriors. One famous Raptors fan, the rapper Drake, even was clowning Steph and the Warriors, saying he was going to sell Steph Curry's hair lint on eBay. The Raptors organization also threw some shade at the Warriors. After a Game 1 win, they put up this billboard in Toronto. But regardless of all that, Steph Curry had the opportunity to go head-to-head versus Kawhi Leonard. And while Steph was great, Kawhi was even better. This was a bad look for Curry. And to make it even worse, in Game 6, Curry had the chance to hit a shot for the win, and it didn't fall.
Iguodala throws it to Green, who catches it. Back to Curry, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Cousins deflected. Picked up by Leonard.
This loss was humiliating for the Warriors franchise, as their three-peat dreams were shut down. After the series, rapper Drake also made a championship anthem for the Raptors, further taunting Steph and the Warriors.
In the next life, I'm trying to stay paid. When I die, put my money in a grave.
But not as disrespectful as the diss track that was made about Steph Curry. You see, back in 2016, rapper Lil Boom made a diss track on Curry. His song was titled F Steph Curry and has millions of views on YouTube and millions of listens on Spotify. Back during the summer of 2016, this song went viral on social media, making Steph Curry into a meme. This song not only attacked the NBA star, but also went after members of his family, including his daughter, his son, and his wife. Come on, Lil Boom. Going after a man's kids? Now that's not right. This song was absolutely humiliating for Steph Curry and straight up disrespectful. But let's be real, it's not as disrespectful as the treatment these 10 players have gotten throughout their NBA career. These are the top 10 most disrespected players in NBA history, and I know you want to see who's on this list, so just click the video on the screen.